Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Century Countess. We just finished our makeup and unfortunately I had to rechange my septum again because the chain that I put in that makeup video that for this awesome look was smudging the lipstick a little bit, so I have to alter that chain later. So I did put my original iconic one back in place and fixed the lip issue. Oh yeah, so today is my session with my therapist. It is raining, so it's going to be fun having to go out there. I will be wearing a coat. I will be carrying an umbrella, but there's so much on my mind right now, especially with what happened at our mandatory meeting that we have for the McKinney residents. So much. Like I said, I was following the calendar time, which was from 11 to 11:30. I didn't get any notification that it was moved to 10:30, which sucks. If I did, the notification either somehow was put up and then somebody took it, or something happened because I didn't get any notification at all. So it was a little embarrassing. And plus, I was shocked that Crazy Karen was there. As you guys know, I mentioned that. So I have to do my monthly check-in sometime this month. I will be talking with my life coach more about what was shared at the meeting. Also, I think from now on, even if it says 11 to 11:30, I'm going to be done before 10:30. I'm going to be getting ready before 10:30, just in case, because I'm sure something like this might happen again in the future. I wouldn't be surprised. I seriously would not be surprised. So, we're going to see. We'll see. We will see. So, and there were some questions I wanted to ask my life coach privately, especially updates on, if the if there's any updates, if the electrician was is still in the air, etc., etc. But anyway, on the other notes, it is November. I am slowly putting away all the Halloween stuff. I'm kind of cleaning stuff up a bit, step by step, because, long story short, we did get an announcement that inspections will be sometime in mid or late November or early or mid-December. And we've been told that we're going to be getting a decent amount of time to prepare, so fingers crossed that's true. But you guys, I'm also very, very, very nervous. Especially since, like I said, I wasn't aware that the time was changed. So if somebody, I'm hoping that it was just an accident and somebody just forgot to put one up for me and somebody just didn't rip mine out of malice. I would hate that, seriously. Because that would be unfair to me and anyone else that's happened to. It's like, yeah, so what else? Also, I really hope it doesn't clash during the time when I have to get my protection order renewed, because like I said, this month is in preparation for that. Fingers crossed, literally fingers crossed, two fingers, like literally fingers crossed on both hands that goes well, because as we progress into November, the more stressed out I get as it draws closer. So yeah, I'm going to be talking with my friend who's going to be helping me with that. I'm thinking about not this week, but next week we get started. Get it done, get it arranged. And then let's see what else. in all honesty, I want it all to be over. I just want it to be over. I don't want another 5 or 6 years. I just want it to be permanent to where I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because it's got, you guys, it's, if anything, if it can't be permanent, at least longer than 5 or 6 years. It would be great if there was news that this person was not even in the Seattle area. It would be great they weren't even in the Washington area anymore. But I'm sure they are. I'm sure they still are. And like I said, they've been quiet. They've been dangerously quiet. And I know that if I were to let it slip and let the restraining order just expire, or protection order, I mean, they're going to retaliate the moment they get their freedom. So yeah, I'm pretty depressed about that. And plus, let's see, what else? I do need to focus more on my dollhouse because, like I said, inspections are coming up. I don't want to be condemned a hoarder or anything, so I want to at least try to keep this house as best as possible. Like I said, my cleaning skills are not that good, but I try my best as possible. But, depression and all that tends to get in the way. Plus, my schedule is pretty hectic and I'm hardly home, so it's like this place, it will gather dust quickly, etc., etc. So yesterday I did a good bit of putting stuff away that's not going to be used for a while. Also, like I said, the main priority will be the dollhouse. I'm slowly but before I can do the big bits, I have to wait for the second floor wallpaper to arrive. Then I can install the side walls, which would be great. I have decided to make the second floor an entire huge party room. There's no wall that separates two rooms. It's just one big large room. Fingers crossed that works, because that means structure will be limited. So we shall see. We are going to try to get some of that really good quick dry E6000 glue. That stuff, once it dries, it's hard to get off, so hopefully we can succeed in that. Let's see what else. We also need to start focusing on little bits of the first floor of the dollhouse. For example, the window area needs to be finished, because if the moment we put the wall up, it's going to make it hard for us to, with large hands and stuff, to paint the tiny details. So I want to at least get the stuff to finish that section, so that section's done and over with, and we can put it. We don't have to worry about it. We just slide the furniture in later on. Second floor, it's going to be the fun floor. Very excited about that. I am debating on how we're going to do that floor. I want to do a black and white tile floor, but we already got tiles on the main floor, so and that's a bummer, because in all honesty, it's like if that wasn't there, I would consent to doing another floor like that. But I haven't decided. I might do it because it is Mr. Fancy Man. It's the Fancy Villa. It's Mr. Fancy Man's house, so Mr. Fancy Man doesn't have to be fully traditional. He can still have a party. And I did find an alternative black and white flooring, and this one is the slide in and glue on. It's not tile on tile, so that's going to be slightly easier for me. Third floor will be his bedroom, and then the secret room that has no stairway to it will be like a mini bathroom, and we're going to be painting a door. We're going to be painting a door to kind of give the illusion that there is a door that goes up there. And we might even put a sign that says stairway to washroom or something. And it will be a little bathroom, and I don't know what's all going to be there, but who knows. We may even turn it into a storage room, because if we need to, I don't know. Like I said, the room's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting when we get to the bedroom part, because like I said, it's Mr. Fancy Man, so his bedroom has to be epic. And for the dollhouse dolls, we're going to worry about them near the very end when it's time to decor. We are giving the dollhouse an aged effect to make it look like this place has been around for years. It looks like it's kept, but there's bits here and there that's aged, such as, little cracks here and there, just to give it some sort of effect that it's a live-in house that has seen some very hard parties. Because if you know the characters that I portray here, some of them are off the rocker, and they probably bash each other's heads against the wall, so we have to kind of add history. I did manage to fix the staircase area. I hate floating stairs now. I feel like they're in the way. They take up so much room. I could understand why people like doll houses that don't have the staircase, but it's like, to me, I have to have a staircase to make it make sense. It has to make sense to me, so it has to have a staircase. So I figured a solution how to make the stairs not floating, make it look realistic, and so forth. Now, the hardest part will be how the house is going to work with the new face, because of that I had to change the structure a little bit. For example, the floor part that would be the balcony is no longer going to be the balcony. It's going to be more floor. So the door that would lead out to the balcony was going to be a window, but then I found a solution. I found an actual balcony you can glue to a dollhouse. So we're going to glue that. We're going to glue a balcony to the dollhouse. So now we have to replace the door that was once a window, that was tried to be turned back into a door but failed miserably. So we have to figure out how to convert it back into, well, actually we don't have to figure out, we actually found a door replacement that looks exactly like the door that was unfortunately demolished. We have to paint it and everything to match the theme, and hopefully we did salvage the fake glass from the old door in case it doesn't have glass. And then let's see what else. So fingers crossed with the new facelift it doesn't affect anything on the third floor structure. If it does, we'll figure out something. We will figure out something. And then roof, of course, hopefully it doesn't affect the roof. And let's see what else. The roof is going to be fun. The roof is, what I mean by fun, it's probably not going to be very enjoyable, because it does come with a variety of pieces we have to work with. So fingers crossed all goes well with that. Let's see. There's other bits we have to put away that we don't need right now. We have to make sure that there's window space. There are some pieces of costume that I have to ask my friend to take. And because like I said, I need to get all this extra stuff out of my house that's not in use right now. And I'm trying to think as I go. I'm trying to think of what else needs to be done. Like I said, some cleaning, some rearranging, trying to make this place look I mean, it's not a hoarder's nest. You can still walk through it. I just need to make sure that it passes, for lack of a better word. Things that might be questioned needs to be unquestionable. And like I said, I am just dreading that I may not get a notification of when they show up, and then they show up, and I'm like, I never got a notification when you guys are coming, and then they'll be demanding, yeah, we did put a notification, yeah. So yeah, I am concerned about that, and let's see what else. Like I said, the safety plan is to be ready by 10 o'clock when the next meeting is scheduled, and basically be down there by 10, probably hang out with our life coach just in case, and hopefully no drama, because there's some things that were announced that I'm dreading, and it feels, I don't know, I just feel violated. I don't know why I feel violated. It's just, but yeah, I'll be discussing all of that with my therapist, because my therapist wants to talk more about it. But yeah, you can tell that I'm down. But not too down. I still got my personality. It's just like I said, there's just so much that's being thrown in my direction right now, and it's very hard to kind of enjoy what I normally enjoy. It's very hard to have the normal energy that I have, because there's just so much. Like I said, there's a protection order that needs to be renewed for my safety. There's a whole bunch of BS that needs to be done that I need to make sure is perfect. Oh, you guys. Things aren't as easy as they used to be because of a Cheeto becoming unhinged, and they need to remove him. And I hate being political. I'm not political. Also, Josette's okay. For those of you who saw my last video, Josette is okay. She's been her normal energetic self. She's been kind of coming to me, loving on me. She seems okay. So what that little treat that was given to her without my consent, she got it out of her system. She's not sick or anything. There's been no symptoms. I've been keeping my eye on her, but she seems fine now. But I have put something around the crack of my door to make sure that no unauthorized treats are dispersed in again by somebody who is so insistent on her cat, meaning my cat, and I've been very polite in telling them no. So the next time it happens and I catch them, I am not only taking the treat, I am opening that door, and I am going to have a scream match. Literally, I am going to have a scream match. And if this person doesn't get the idea, I'm going to flat out say, I am going to watch you go to your unit so I can have an idea of where you are. And I'm going to describe to, they already know. They already know. It's like, I already know who you are. If I don't get your room number right, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about, because you're the person that has the son that's been barred here because he keeps strangling the shit out of you when you don't give him money. So yeah, they're immediately going to know who this person is when I mention that in a grievance report. And I'm going to flat out warn them, if ever you put something through my door again, trying to coax my cat to eat it, you're going to jail. You're officially going to jail, because this time I actually caught you in the act. So I can't just, because this time I could, but knowing our cam people, they're going to be like, we don't know how to rewind it back. And it's just their way, is like, we're not going to go all the way back to such and such in the morning. and watch it. So I want to make sure Josette is safe, and I want to make sure that if somebody, and I'm gonna let my trusty neighbors know. It's like, hey, if you see a certain person, like, at my door trying to put something under it, you let me know. That way I have a witness. So all I can say is, and it will be war. It will be war. Because if they don't throw this person out, I'm going to make sure this person's life is hell. And if they want to judge me for it, I'm going to flat out say, you should have thrown them out. You should have thrown a lot of people out. And the reason why you won't do it is because the management doesn't know how, because they've only known hairdressing. And since that's all they know, tell them, use their experience, put their experience into action. It's like, okay, if somebody not following the rules, turn their hair into a poodle. Shave it off. Seriously. If that's all they knew, how were they hired? How were they hired? And the only thing I can think of is that they were just besties with whoever hired them, and that's why they got this position, even though they don't know shit how to do it. Okay. Well, I'm done with my rant. It's 21 minutes in, almost 22, so please like, subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.